Hey, my name is Amber Riley, and I am gonna do a screencast on how to set up a ESXi connection to ISCSI storage and how to create a VMFS data storage, including the initial startup with a little tips and tricks for along the way. So now we're gonna go into the first steps. And first of all, I'm going to start up an ESXi for the new setup. So I'm going to start this new lab with a new ESXi and just go through the whole rundown with you and let you know what I've done. In the next little screenshot, I've got a couple of tips for when you start up your initial ESXi. And the things that we're going to be covering is the CPU hot plug, exposed hardwire assistant virtualization to the guest OS, and enable the virtualized CPU performance. Unfortunately, my microphone has been playing up, so the next little bit has not got voice to it. But we're going to just have to follow along with the mouse. And first of all, so in the next video, I'm going to go through and create a new virtual machine, but I've just gone to the end with the configure the hardware part, and the video runs down some things that we need to change, and then we're going to click on and enable CPU hot add, expose hardware and assisted virtualization, and enable virtualized CPU. And once we've done this, we just need to hit create, and that's all sorted. We can click on these for the virtualization of the VMs that are going to be hosted upon the ESXi. That just makes it so those virtualized machines are able to access those components, the CPU, and yeah. And we're just going to be following through the wizard. Once we've started in on the wizard, we're going to go through and we're going to grab the A record for the from the DC01. For the connection, you'll see that as we go along. This is because this connects it straight up to the domain and there will be no issues as opposed to putting in the IP address, which I've had issues with before. And you'll just be able to go through the wizard and see what I'm doing. Again, this next part of the video has no sound on it because the headset is going a bit funny, but yeah. Start recording. So now we've gone and done that, we need to set up this ISCSI storage. For this, I already have a pre-configured IP storage virtual switch. Now this is much like the virtual switches we've previously created. And all we need to do is name it, give it a new IP address, and just whiz through the wizard. The next step in that is to add the storage adapter ISCSI. So all we need to do is, as we're already in the host that we've just added, we just need to click on storage adapters and then click on the add storage adapter up in the left hand corner. So once we've done that, it'll give you the option to add the ISCSI adapter, and all you need to do is select that option and click OK, and Bob's your uncle. So once we've done that, we're going to go through, we're going to click on the ISCSI adapter, we're going to grab that IQN number, as you'll see me do. We're going to copy it, and then we'll put it into a text document or a notepad. And then from the notepad, we're going to copy it and put it into our I group within our SVM we've pre-configured. Now, you'll be able to see me do this, and we paste it into a notepad or a text document in between the two different consoles, because it won't paste directly in there for some reason. So as you see me do that, we'll go along in the lab, and then we'll come back to the console. And once we've come back to the console, we're going to rescan the adapter and rescan the storage. And that will bring us through all of our LUNs, and we'll be fine. But one thing that I forgot to mention before is I had to add in a static discovery target. Now this was simply the ISCSI IP address. The ISCSI IP address, you just click on add and you add that in, and once the adapter goes and checks that ISCSI server out, it will come back with the IQN number that you've put in into the I group. So once you've done that, it's all hunky-dory, and we'll go through and check out the new LUNs and check out all the new stuff that we've just made. So our next step is to add VMFS storage. Here we're going to use the LUNs that we've just pulled through from the last part of our video for the data store. Now, for the next part, I do have my headset and I do have the microphone working, but it is, again, having issues. So it's going to be a little bit echoey. It's just going to be for this lab. This headset's not going well. I apologise. So here we are in the flash version. Like I said, I just like this a bit better. And the next step is to add some data storage. So here we are just in here. And we're just going to add another data storage. So here, we're just going to go to another data store. And so here we are, we're just in the data store, and we're just going to continue in through the wizard, selecting training as that's the only option, and we'll select the VMFS type for the data store. This is connecting it to a LUN. The LUNs that we just saw while we were connecting to our ISCSI storage. We'll go through. We'll go with test data store. DAD store VMFS. And we've already selected as test amber.local, and we've got a LUN right here and a LUN 4 that I've pre-configured. And we're just going to keep on going through. And use all available partitions. That's the one that we want. We're just going to finish up. And it will take a little bit. Oh, it's automatically done it. So there we go. So here we are, we've come to the end. Here was a guide on how to set up an ESXi. And this goes all the way through to the data stores in case of an issue. Now, I've personally had to do this about 4 times now in my course. So I thought that this was a valid lab to do, because who knows when we're going to have a down or have an issue. So thank you for your time, and thank you for watching my video.